Hey everyone, this is Riddle Hacker Asia Raven, and I'm back with my book and comic book wrap up for August 2019. I was able to read more than 10 comic books in August and 2 books. So, yeah, I wasn't able to read a single book, not read per se, but I wasn't able to finish a single book back in July, but I'm happy that I was able to finish 2 books in August. But yeah, let's talk about the comic books that I read. I have them separated by the weeks that I read them. So in the first week, I ended up reading Champions. This is a Marvel comic book. Champions issue number 8. It was fun. I did a recap and review, a week one recap and review. The link to that will be down in the comment section below if you want to check that out. It was fun. Basically, what happens is that Riri Williams, who is Ironheart, ends up turning into a villain, I guess. So it will be interesting to see what happens there. Then I ended up reading Batman. This is issue number 76. So what happens here is that Robin wants to go to Gotham, but it turns out that none of the Bat family can come to Gotham, because if they do, then Bane will end up killing Alfred. And also it was revealed that Selina is taking care of Bruce. So there's that. Then we have Deceased, issue number 4 of 6. I have no idea why I ended up reading it. It's a very boring issue. It's a very boring story. The art is good, at least. Then I ended up reading House of X, issue number 2 of 6. Again, House of X, if you guys aren't reading the current X-Men run by Jonathan Hickman, I urge that you do. It's so much fun. Basically, it turns out that Moira McTaggart is a mutant, and apparently she's on her 10th life, and it was so much fun. I did an entire review of it. Go check it out. Then I ended up reading Invisible Woman, issue number 2, because I'm a fan of Invisible Woman. However, this was a very boring comic book for me, but yeah, there's that. Then coming to, let's see, week 2. In week 2, I ended up reading, come on laptop, why are you doing this? Okay. So, Catwoman issue number 14. Again, I only read this because I'm a fan of Catwoman, but the story is boring. And we have Fantastic Four issue number 13. This is a fun issue where it's the Thing versus Hulk, and basically the Thing is on a timer, because when the time's up, he's going to revert back to his human form, because he wants to celebrate or enjoy his honeymoon with his wife, but the Hulk is under the Puppet Master's control, and it's a fun issue. It really is. Then we have Gwenpool Strikes Back. This is a mini series, and Gwenpool is back, and basically she wants superpowers because she doesn't want to vanish from the Marvel comic book universe, and she thinks that if she has superpowers, she'll be more relevant. Then we have Powers of X issue number 2 of 6, and basically what happens in this is that I'm not really sure. I guess we get to know about the future, and they end up giving Moira McTaggart data about the Nimrod in the future, like live again, and in her 10th life she can share that information with Charles and Magneto. Then we have a new series. This is only a 2-issue long series, The White Trees issue number 1, and this issue, you all, it was so much fun. It's not meant for kids, it's an adult themed issue, but it was so much fun. I did an entire review of it for the Geekery. Make sure to check it out. Then we have Titans Burning Rage, a very boring issue. I'm a fan of the Teen Titans, especially Raven, but this issue wasn't for me. Then we have The Unbeatable Girl, issue number 47. So basically, they are trying to find Brain Drain, and someone ends up revealing Doreen's identity, so basically, remember Melissa, who's a Squirrel Girl villain? Well, Melissa wants to create a group of supervillains so that they can attack Squirrel Girl together. During week 3 of August, I ended up reading Batman issue number 77. So Damian doesn't listen to Tim, and he ends up going to Gotham. He's able to subdue Gotham Girl, but by the end of it, Bane ends up killing Alfred in front of Damian. However, I'm not really sure if Alfred is dead. And also, Bruce and Selina decide to come back to Gotham, so the upcoming issue is going to be very interesting. Then I ended up reading Death's Head issue number 2. Again, I'm a fan of Wiccan and Hulkling. That's why I'm checking out Death's Head, and it's so much fun. It's Yeah, there's an Wiccan or Billy is experiencing an existential crisis, and it's going to be really fun how this story ends, and then the Strike Force series begins, which is written by the same writer, Teeny Howard. Then I ended up reading Fearless issue number 2. So basically, Storm, Carol, and the Invisible Woman are invited to this camp, and apparently Kamala finds out that this camp is like calling villains. And I mean, for a miniseries that features Sue Storm, Aurora Monroe, and Carol Danvers, I was expecting a lot more, but it was boring. Then I ended up reading issue number 6 of Magnificent Miss Marvel. So after Miss Marvel finds out that her father has an incurable disease, she reaches out to Tony Stark, and Tony Stark kind of teaches her that you can't really help everyone, and you need to, and it's life, and you need to understand that. However, I am digging Kamala's new outfit. Then I ended up reading, what was it? Let's see, where is it? Yeah, House of X issue number 3, Powers of 10 issue number 3, and I mean, it's okay. I guess in this issue, Moira ends up getting the information about the Nimrod. I'm not really sure. Basically it's the same series or the same story, so I end up messing up what happens where. In issue number 33, so Lobo ends up gaining this gift from Lex Luthor, and over at Earth we find out that what Robin has been doing with the villains that he's been keeping in his secret prison, apparently he is rehabilitating them, and we all know that that won't work the way Robin or Damian wants that thing to work. Then during the 4th and the last week of August, I ended up reading Black Panther issue number 15. So T'Challa is back, however, danger is very close by. Apparently, Killmonger from the future is back, and he is infected by the symbiote. So I'm really looking forward to an action-packed sequence, especially because Storm's there, T'Challa's there, and Storm is basically a goddess, and it will be very interesting to see what happens in issue number 16 and 17. Then I ended up reading House of X issue number 3 of 6. So because in the present timeline, Professor X and especially Moira wants to stop the Nimrod from being created by the Mother Mold, Professor X asks Cyclops to to form a team of X-Men and take them up in space where the Mother Mold satellite is located. So Cyclops does make a team, and the team consists of Cyclops, Wolverine, Jean, Nightcrawler, and Husk, I guess. Yeah, and also Monet, but I guess someone is probably going to die. Also, in this issue, we had a courtroom scene featuring Emma Frost, and it was amazing. It was everything. Then we have Marvel Comics issue number 1000, which, yeah, okay, I mean, it was okay. Then we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 42. So Trini, what was it? Yeah, Trini, Zach, and Jason, I guess, end up getting new costumes. It's fun. Then we have Runaways issue number 24, and Carolina and Nico end up going out for superhero duties, and it doesn't work out the way that they wanted to. And yeah, this was that for the comic books that I read. And coming to the books that I read, the first book that I read was Heroes of Olympus, The House of Hades. And just look at this. This is a very thick book. I'm a fan of thick books. I loved it. So I have been reading the Percy Jackson series for the first time, and I ended up this book, and I have started The Blood of Olympus. And yeah, now that Disney has acquired Fox, fingers crossed that Disney ends up rebooting the Percy Jackson series. There are rumors about Disney doing it. So let's see what happens. And yeah, it was fun. This is also the book in which Nico D'Angelo, the son of Hades, ends up coming out of the closet to Jason. So it's interesting to see how that story unfolds, and who Nico ends up telling about who he is. And yeah, it's just fun. It's a very enjoyable series. I'm not really sure why I didn't start reading this book series earlier. Last book that I ended up reading in August is a Japanese novel by the name Sasuke Retsuden, The Uchiha Descendants and the Heavenly Stardust, and I read the translated version that was online. But yeah, so basically it turns out that Naruto has been infected by a disease that is draining his chakra, and it was a disease that the Sage of Six Paths also experienced. So in order to find a cure, Kakashi is on his own mission, and Sasuke is sent to a location where the Sage of Six Paths ended up living for a while, and there's a prison there, so Sasuke infiltrates the prison, and Sakura's there as well. She's undercover as a nurse, and basically it's a very fun story where they end up learning more about the Sage of the Six Paths. And as far as the villains are concerned, the villain is actually there. I don't want to give too much away, but basically the villains are resurrecting dinosaurs. And for fans of Sakura, there's some fun action sequences in there. So I really hope they end up animating this novel, because I still don't forgive the Naruto and the Boruto franchise for not animating the Sakura novel that like came out 3 or 4 years ago, where she ended up fighting a nine-tailed Jubi cloaked person. But if only they had animated that, then other people would have known how awesome Sakura is during battle. But yeah, due to this novel having Sasuke, I do think that they will end up animating this novel, or hopefully, I hope that they do. But it's a fun novel, and I ended up quickly reading it. It was so much fun. But yeah, these were the comic books and the books that I read in August. Let me know if you have read any of the stuff that I did. And until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed. And I'll see you guys later.